Welcome to Russia.
That's how cold it is, look.
The largest country on Earth, and home to nearly 150 million people.
Growing up as a kid in the 80s in London, Russia was painted as this weird, big baddie.
Now with Vladimir Putin well into his third term as president, it's starting to feel like that again.
Pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine
Vladimir Putin has ignored the dark warnings from
There's
the
going to have
West.
to be a very different relationship between Britain and Russia.
The West has imposed tough sanctions against Russia.
Russia is responsible for the violence.
And relations are the frostiest since the Cold War. So I'm here to find out why so many young people are rallying around the flag. In Moscow, nationalism is on the march. And led by a president busy flexing his muscles on the world stage.
Look at that, literally rings with Putin's face on, that's incredible.
Russian pride is at an all-time high.
Будь то мужчина, будь то женщина, греческий родина мать завет.
But there's a darker side to Russian nationalism, much darker.
I think I'm the only black man in Red Square right now.
I've gained unique access to some of Russia's most high-profile ultra-nationalists.
They killed people. They cut for some people heads and put it into their refrigerators.
To discover what some young people think it means to be a true Russian.
This one is masterpiece.
And to find out what happens when you love your country too much.
I think you should be scared.
I've come to Moscow, the second biggest city in Europe and the political heart of Russia.
When you think of Moscow, you sort of imagine snow, cold, big fluffy hats. See, I was expecting the cold, but when you feel it, you realise what the cold actually is.
Relations between the Kremlin and the West are at their worst since the collapse of the Iron Curtain. Economic sanctions have hit the economy hard, and anti-Western feeling is high. But despite all this, here in Russia, Putin has almost a 90% approval rating, making him one of the most popular leaders in the world.
I'm not entirely sure if I'd pick a Putin mug, but there's even Putin Russia dolls. Look at that.
And many young people are finding their voice, rallying around the president and the flag as a way of fighting back against the West.
Every garment has a political message.
The fashion show is hosted by Set, a movement of young creatives who are using their unique talents to showcase Russia on the world stage. And yes, that is Putin's face plastered on almost every garment.
А изделия, которые будут прославлять великую и уникальную российскую культуру для всего мира.
The place is packed with trendy young hipsters, but they're here for politics as well as fashion.
Я думаю, что наконец-то появились такие шоу, это супер, это классно. Потому что действительно Америка, Европа, все оттуда. Очень хочется чего-то своего, чего-то настоящего, русского.
Set are one of the fastest growing youth organizations in Russia, and their propaganda is making politics cool. I've been invited back to their head office in the center of the city, and I'm keen to find out more about them.
Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm Rich.
I was waiting for you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your
My
name?
name is Anna.
Hello, Anna. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. So this is your offices.
Yes, this is Set. I'm sure you will love it.
There seems to be quite a lot of pictures of Putin here.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because we love our government and everything that's done right, and all is inspired by the new Russia.
The new Russia. What's the new Russia then?
The new Russia, it's the Russia with Putin in power. All people are here very patriotic. They love their country, and they're proud of doing something which reflects the country history, the country's values, and it is supported all around the country and also around the world.
SET has 11 offices in major cities across Russia, and thousands of young people have been recruited to their cause.
I take it you're a big fan of Putin. I mean, he's on your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Do you have a tattoo? No. Why is it that I literally can't go 5 steps without seeing a picture of Putin in this office?
Because he is our leader. He is not a political construction like President Obama or David Cameron. Vladimir Putin thinks in another level.
Could you explain the images here of Putin with animals? Why are there so many images of him with different animals all in one place?
Скорее, животные его люди. Они чувствуют, что человек сильный, добрый и открытый, не фальшивый, истинный, настоящий.
To me, the way they portray Putin seems pretty weird. It's almost like a form of worship. But they seem to see him not just as a man, but as a concept, used to promote Russian strength and attitude.
Как видно, карта России и как наш президент строит страну. Строит именно.
This just gets weirder.
There's even a card game where Putin is the hero. And guess who the baddies are?
Is that supposed to be David Cameron?
Этот человек может быть похож на Дэвида Кэмерона, носить нагрудный знак Великобритании, но в моих картах это не Дэвид Кэмерон. Все совпадения случайные.
I don't know if I believe that, but whatever.
In Russia, loving your country and your president is actively encouraged. The views I'm hearing are fast becoming mainstream.
It seems as though there is this idea that he is a loved man by everyone in the country, even the animals. Where does that idea come from?
That's the reality, that's not the idea. That's actually how it is.
Do you think it's strange that I'm surprised, or should I not be surprised?
That's strange that you're surprised, because I think it's normal.
It's amazing to see the facilities that you've got. You've got plasmas everywhere. You've got, you've got editing suites. You've got photo studios. It's amazing. But what is the real reason behind what it is you do?
We have very interesting purposes of creating world leaders, and I think we're starting to succeed in it.
And do you think that world leaders will come out of this group?
I'm sure. I hope I will be one of them in the fashion industry.
Art and propaganda have always gone hand in hand in Russia. But in the 21st century, it's not just traditional methods that young people are using to portray ideas. Russians are more active on social media than almost any other country in the world. And today, I'm crashing the photo shoot of a young nationalist who's using just that to spread her political agenda.
Why's she got an axe? I don't know whether to say hello or run away. Each to their own.
Nationalists like 19-year-old Masha believe traditional Russian values are under threat. Her day job is working for Putin's ruling party in Russia's parliament, and I'm wondering if that's where she borrowed her prop collection.
Now, I know quite a lot of people that work in fashion, and I can honestly say that I've never seen one of these at a photo shoot. How does this fit into what you're shooting?
Ну, автомат идет в комплекте с костюмом ополчения. Будь то мужчина, будь то женщина, фактически Родина-мать зовет.
Right, okay. Well, are you going to change to something else then? Do you want to get another outfit on?
Может быть, вы подскажете, какой вам интересней?
You got to go for the gun. Come on, let's get the camo on, love. Let's go for it. Come on.
Okay.
Brilliant. This is a term for the books, isn't it? I just didn't think there'd be bloody axes and guns.
But behind the cheesy props, there's a serious message. Masha uses social media to promote her ideas of a stronger Russia to a worldwide audience and has become something of an internet star. She believes her images will unite Russians against the great enemy.
Запад сознательно развалил большую страну Я хочу донести людям, что русским быть не стыдно.
What made you start taking pictures of yourself in several different outfits and putting them on social networks?
Я считаю себя человеком, который любит родину. Я считаю себя националистом. В принципе, через социальные сети, через сеть интернет можно как-то влиять на сознание людей и прививать любовь к русскому. Каждый делает все, что может. Я могу сделать это, почему бы нет?
Masha hopes her online persona can help start a movement to reunite all former republics of the Soviet Union into one country again.
Наверное, самое наглядное, как будет объяснить, Россия, да? Мы хотим видеть Россию вот такой вот.
So essentially, you mean returning to the Soviet Union? Is that what you mean?
Ну да, это одна из целей. Время собирать Русь.
Despite what our governments might think, Masha sees Putin's invasion of the Crimea and the support for Ukrainian rebels as steps towards returning Russia to its former glory. When the Soviet Union broke up in 1991, one country became 15 separate states, and countries like Russia, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan came into being. But Russia's economy was always the strongest, and thousands of people from the poorer new countries surrounding it flooded in search of work. There's now around 11 million immigrants living in Russia, and just like everywhere else in the world, they're an easy scapegoat, even though many once lived in the same country. More than half of Russians now hold anti-immigration views, and police keep close tabs on anyone whose face doesn't fit.
I'm outside this busy rail station, and it's really interesting because there are quite a lot of police. They're definitely making their presence felt because they seem to only be stopping what are quite obviously immigrants. Fuck. There you go. And the last guy they picked up, he is now getting thrown in the back of the meat wagon. It's really happening, and it's happening right here. I'm getting a taste of what it might actually be like to be an immigrant here in Moscow.
But it's not just the police most immigrants are scared of. After the Soviet Union collapsed, numerous ultra-nationalist groups sprang up to protect against what they saw as a foreign invasion. And for years, this man, Dmitry Domushkin, has been at their center. He once led the Slavic Union, a group of over 25,000 neo-Nazis which Putin shut down for being too extreme. He now leads another nationalist group called simply the Russians. They're taking to the streets tomorrow, and I want to be there. One of their members has uploaded a video to rally the troops.
4 ноября, в День народного единства, в Москве и по всей России от Камчатки до Калининграда пройдет 10-й юбилейный русский марш. А цель у нас одна – отстаивание интересов коренного населения России. Ибо пиздеть в интернете и плодить ботов – это дело одно, а вывести на гражданскую акцию сторонников своей точки зрения – дело уже совершенно другое.
The guy's name is Vadim. I've tracked him down, and after delicate negotiations, he's agreed to meet me on the march. Vadim's my way into the group, and hopefully its leader, Domushkin.
This march, on the face of it, it sort of seems like the sort of thing that I should be the last person attending. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of Moscow. I'm going to a march on nationalism, and I've got a feeling there aren't going to be many other black guys there with camp and crews, so I might stand out just a little bit. I'm very aware that there is no way of knowing what I'm walking into, and that makes me feel uneasy.
Мы сильны, пока мы вместе. Пора бы это уж, блядь, наконец понять.
It's the day of the march, and to be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure what to expect. 10 years ago, Putin himself started this march to celebrate Russian unity, but the ultra-nationalists quickly hijacked him. They're marching in Lublino, a working-class suburb in the south of the city and a nationalist heartland. Whoa.
mix of people congregating in different places. It feels like we're right at the beginnings of it all. Look at that. Just across the street, there are buses and buses full of coppers. They're absolutely packed.
In the past, the march has turned violent. So this year, the authorities aren't taking any chances. They flooded the area with police. And like at all public gatherings here, they're making everyone walk through metal detectors.
Microphone.
Проходим. Кто прошел металлодетектор, проходим внутрь.
I can't seem to find Vadim, but loads of people are taking an interest in me.
It seems like every time I turn around, there's a different camera being pointed in my face. Either it's a photographer or one of these professional-looking news crews.
Then a young journalist tells me why. My face is all over Russian social media.
All Russian Twitter only talking about you.
Oh, really?
Really?
What do they say? Can I see?
1 second.
Apparently I've gone viral. Lots of people on Twitter are talking about the stupid black guy that's here. Look, let's have a look.
No.
There's a picture of me here. What are they saying? What's the comment?
That you very brave man.
You look worried for me.
A little bit. Some of that people are very aggressive, angry, and so on. The real Nazi, they kill people, or their friends kill people. They cut for some people heads and put it into their refrigerators. That people, those friends kill people, really. I think you should be scared.
Русские вперед! Русские вперед! Русские вперед! Русские вперед! Слава России! Слава России! Слава России! Русский марш! Русский марш!
The demonstration is a magnet for many different groups, but they all have one thing in common: a belief in Russian supremacy.
Suddenly being in a mix just changes things massively. You know, the dynamic is really different because you can really feel and hear just how passionate people are. There's a massive pack of young guys in the centre of the march. They all seem to be covering their faces now.
The atmosphere is changing fast, and I need to find Vadim as quickly as possible. He's my only contact with these extremists, and I've got a feeling I might need his protection. Then, suddenly, I spot him.
I'm pretty sure that's Vadim over there. Vadim?
Huh?
Hello. Hello. Whoa, that's Viking-like. How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Already it seems as though lots of people are taking an interest in myself because quite obviously I'm not from Russia. How do you think I'm going to be received today?
We guarantee you that there will be no any problems. Of course, maybe you will catch some interested sites on you, but not more. That's it.
You sure about that? You don't seem so sure.
I'm not so sure.
You're not so sure. You're not so sure.
I'm sticking to Vadim like glue, and he agrees to take me into the heart of the march. But then I see Dmitry Domushkin, the nationalist leader, and it seems he's just as eager to talk to me.
Как ваше здоровье? Вы поправились? Все хорошо у вас?
How's your health? Are you doing fine?
My health is good. I'm alive and well and being looked after.
Ну вот видите,
Жив-здоров.
собралось сколько русских националистов, и никто никому не угрожает, все тихо, спокойно, все отлично, все окей. Видите, ходят нормально, человек говорит, людоеды, нацисты, ничего такого нету.
All right, okay. So I think I've become part of the broadcast and part of the march suddenly as well. We're, as you can see, surrounded by cameras. and Dmitry has decided to make a point of the fact that I'm here because me being here says that this is a friendly march.
Ну что, чуть-чуть отойдем, да? Да, там двигаемся.
Well, this has taken a massive turn. I suddenly feel really uncomfortable. We've been hijacked.
It's dawned on me why they've let me come here. Domoshkin's keen to get into mainstream politics. Social media is such an effective propaganda tool. Being seen with a black guy is going to do wonders for the illusion of tolerance.
Vadim, how's it going? What are you doing? You taking pictures and putting them online? Did you think that he was going to try and get me on camera then?
That's okay. Of course, it is for people who doesn't know you. It is a strange situation when Russian nationalists is communicating with black men on the Russian march. Of course, they were surprised. We will, among our media, we will show this picture like we are friends for everyone. And we do not blame people of other nations.
If Vadim wants me here to show how tolerant nationalists are, it's clear the message hasn't got through to everyone.
The fascist side of this nationalist pack is coming out. The most scary thing about it is just how young they are. We're sort of walking through an incredibly residential area, and if you are an immigrant staying in one of these flats and you hear this, how does that make you feel? How part of this country do you feel? How safe do you feel?
Obviously not nice comments. Obviously not nice comments about something about banana.
Wow. If these signs are anything to go by, it's all to do with Asian men and women and Islam. Because they've basically got a three-headed monster made up of what looks like Islamic men. It's just ridiculous. So there's another column here, and those flags actually really look like swastikas. Do you mind, Stevie? Do you mind being on camera? Do you mind talking to me? Yeah?
What do you want?
What
do you want to know?
Okay, what's your reason for being here today? You can answer in Russian. Okay, should we get going? Let's... Jesus.
I fuck your mother. Fuck your mother.
After about 2 hours, the march comes to an end, and the crowds quickly break up. Around 20 people have been arrested for expressing extreme right-wing views. The rest return to their everyday lives. Not far from where the march finished is a place where many of the extreme nationalists like to hang out.
Dmitry and Vadim have asked me to meet them at this little, what looks like a community centre, really. I don't know exactly what I'm walking into, but he's demanded that I join him and that I have a chat with him here. There's Vad. You all right? How you doing? Where's Dmitry? Is he inside?
I think he was inside.
All right. You joining us? Should we head in? Cheers, man. Hey, there he is. How you doing?
Dmitry says he's changed since his days in the Slavic Union. He's got mainstream political ambitions and is keen to show a softer side.
Татьяна, можно побольше чая уже?
On the march that you organised, I heard people chanting Russia for Russians and keep Russia white. Were you aware of that sort of chant happening?
Конечно, мы к этому относимся отрицательно, потому что это мешает нам именно нашей работе, а не помогает. Но есть все равно такая молодежь, которая всегда будет радикальнее всех.
So what's your point of view on the way that the country is being run then?
Сегодня в миграционной политике у нас царит полный беспредел. Миллионы неконтролируемых мигрантов переселяются как внутри страны, так и из-за ее пределов, чья культура, самобытность и так далее чужда. Мы выступаем против, например, исламизации исконно славянских территорий. Это, по-моему, нормальное требование.
Vadim, why are you filming?
Just because it's rather interesting for our viewers.
It's funny, during the march you actually made a point of my presence by sort of showing me off to the press. Why was that?
Вы знаете, постоянно журналисты наши российские позиционируют марш, выдергивая отдельные кадры радикалов и показывают, что туда нельзя ходить обычным людям, там именно вот такие людоеды ходят. Ну, в целом идут-то все, вот даже афроамериканцы, видите.
You do realize I'm not African American, don't you?
А кто?
Afro-English.
Правильно, да.
No, Afro-English, I'm British.
Говорит, я англичанин.
Ну, окей, отлично.
Yeah? Why did you think I was African American?
Не, ну у нас это самое, у нас считается слово негр оскорбительным, я слышал, и вот говорят афроамериканец, вроде как, это привычное такое выражение, ну, из Англии, значит, да, English.
Дабы быть более политкорректным по возможности.
Да.
Мы же не знаем конкретно твоих корней происхождения, поэтому Дмитрий просто сделал предположение.
У нас вместо негра говорят афроамериканец, когда хотят вот сказать, не обидев никого. Но это не свойственно, но его появление это было лучшая реклама толерантности русского марша. Я давно хотел заплатить кому-нибудь и привезти, вот здесь бесплатно получилось.
Glad I could help. Vadim, it seems that you've already put up that video of our conversation.
Oh, that was just a private message. I didn't show it on...
So you've not put it on Facebook, no?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Pretty sure I saw you put it on Russian Facebook.
Yeah.
Конечно, мы будем показывать, что мы не людоеды, что мы мирные, нормальные люди. Вот, и будем фоткаться и сниматься с вами, а вечером пойдем есть детей.
So what exactly does it mean to be a nationalist today then?
Любить свой народ. Все.
And who are your people exactly?
Русские.
It's been a long and stressful day. I'm not sure what to make of Domoshkin, but meeting him has only strengthened my determination to find out more about his extreme form of nationalism. Most of the 11 million immigrants living in Russia are from the Muslim republics of Central Asia, which used to be part of the old Soviet Union. These are the people Domishkin has a real problem with. I've arranged to meet Omar. He runs a popular blog detailing many of the issues that immigrants like him have to deal with living in Russia.
Вся черная работа на мигрантах, вся самая тяжелая работа на мигрантах. Ну, можно сказать, мигранты строят эти большие громадные здания, а потом это все преподносится как торжество технологий.
So why is it the migrants and not Russian natives that are making these incredible buildings that are changing the face of Moscow?
Русским, россиянам оплачивают больше, чем на 50%. То есть мигранты – это дешевая сила. А когда уже построено несколько этажей, их заселяют в одну из комнат, которые там, и там они живут зимой и летом, пока не достроят здание.
Although immigrants from these countries don't need visas to come here, they do need work permits. But more than 4 million don't have these and are working illegally.
So on a site like this then, how many people would be illegal versus the people that have the right to be?
Насколько я знаю, насколько понимаю, вернее, 80%.
Russia has the second largest immigrant population in the world. and this is causing huge resentment among many native Russians.
Люди видят и корчат гримасы, на лице ненависть видна. В магазинах могут не обслуживать, могут высадить с общественного транспорта. Поэтому отношение портится. И когда дойдет уже до точки кипения, никто уже не станет терпеть ни с одной, ни с другой стороны. Это однозначно.
Omar wants me to meet Ibrahim.
Reggie.
Hello, nice to meet Reggie. Ibrahim, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Do you want to get something to drink? Great.
He came to Russia from Uzbekistan in 2009, hoping for a better life. Instead, he was brutally attacked by extreme nationalists.
В таком ярости были, они готовы были убивать вообще. Я не пойму, как это, и у меня печенью, то есть, да, убежать от них, мы пытались убежать, я говорю, давайте стойте, зачем это? Но нет, да, они в таком ярости были, готовы убивать, я вообще в шоке был, то есть в такой момент не знал, что это с нами были маленькие дети, ребят, то есть я сказал, бегите сразу. Они убежали, несмотря на то, что они маленькие, им тоже наносил удар, то есть, да.
Why do you think they attacked you? What was their reason? What was their motivation?
Главная мысль была, и они это выражали, то есть, да, чурки, не чурки, вот такие слова, то есть, да, националистические слова были высказаны. Самое интересное, что ожидало, оказывается, меня в больнице, то есть, да. Доктор меня как только увидел, то есть, да, то, что я не русский, то есть, да, говорит, дайте ему иголку и нитку, пускай сам зашьет. Всем здесь плевать, грубо говоря, плевать на мигрантов. Мигрант умирает, никто не будет обращаться на это внимание.
По моему личному опыту и по опыту людей, с которыми я плотно работаю и общаюсь, такие сообщения бывают очень часто. И тенденции на спад никакой нету. Наоборот, тенденция на вырост, так скажем.
There's no reliable figures on how many migrants are attacked, as most go unreported. But online, ultra-nationalist groups share trophy videos on social media sites, showcasing their absolute hatred for anyone who isn't Russian. I've arranged to meet members of one of the most notorious of these gangs, Restruct.
Hello, Alexis.
Hello.
Alexei. How you doing? Reggie, nice to meet you. Lisa.
Hello, yes.
Hello, good to meet you both. Good to meet you. Shall we,
Let's go.
So how old are you guys then?
17, 24.
So you're quite young.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised at your age that you're so sure about how you feel in terms of nationalism, etc. I mean, is that common for people of your age?
No, not often, because a lot of them are afraid, maybe.
Was you, at 17, just as confident about your views?
Ну, да, конечно. То есть я придерживался всегда каких-то националистических взглядов, но дальше больше национализм перерос в национал-социализм.
For Alexei and Lisa, nationalism is not just a mindset, it's a way of life, including what they wear.
Okay, I have a lot of clothes of Rusich. В них есть символы, которые как-то связываются с предками, которые несут в себе вот эту вот память о предках. Чувствую себя частью своей семьи. Семья, которая носит одну идею.
Surrounded by nationalist symbolism and even allusions to Nazism, it's scary that people so young want to be part of this family.
Alex, I exercise, and when I take my coat off, I don't look like you.
По-моему, тоже неплохо.
Fair enough. So how exactly did this all begin for you? I mean, where did these feelings come from?
Как-то однажды я, не знаю, в юности прочитал фразу «Человек, не имеющий национального самосознания, есть навоз, на котором произрастают другие народы».
And why is it so important to you then to be proud of being Russian and be proud of where you're from?
Ну, потому что русский был когда-то сильный народ, и я чту своих предков, люблю эту землю и горжусь своим народом.
What would you like Russia to be like then? What's your Russian future if you were given the choice?
Белый, здоровый, трезвый. Русские.
Well, not everyone is exactly comfortable with your point of view. I mean, have you ever got in trouble for your views?
То есть меня обвиняют в том, что я напала на мужчину, избила его, украла его имущество, потом затащила в машину и где-то в лесу его скинула. Да, мне нельзя покидать пределы России, а тем более нельзя покидать пределы Москвы.
You're not allowed to leave Russia.
Москву, территорию Москвы. Вообще. России тем более.
That night, Alexei and Lisa invite me to a boxing match organized by their nationalist friends. But what they stand for is really playing on my mind.
It's really loud in there, I can barely hear. A little earlier on, you spoke about your dream Russia being white, being nationalist, and people being proud of traditional values. If you were to move to another country, do you think you'll be able to live in a place that feels quite the opposite of that?
Нет, неважно, это в Англии, в России, еще где-то. То есть белый человек должен оставаться белым. Ну, я против того, чтобы, например, было смешение кровей.
My grandfather's an Englishman. He's a white guy. And my family have been mixing for generations, blacks and whites.
Так, нет, его родители, дедушка тоже темный, да? То есть,
Дедушка его британец.
Британец, то есть он светлый, да?
Белый, да.
Так, я понял.
А другая половина, то есть он метис.
Я сказал, я отрицательно отношусь к смешению крови, то есть, ну, это неправильно. Если нельзя стирать белые вещи вместе с цветными, если так будет понятно. Но это неправильно. Это как среди животных. То есть, чтобы вывести достойную породу, необходимо взять две качественные, ну, там, самца и самку, да, то есть их спарить, и, соответственно, получится, если происходит какое-то смешение, допустим, обычно шавка и там какой-нибудь доберман кровей, ну, получится непонятно что, да.
So does that make me a Mongol then?
То есть, в принципе, да, возможно, он там, ну, нормально, все хорошо. Вот. Это может проявиться в дальнейшем у следующего поколения, там, через поколение как-то. То есть могут родиться уроды, еще что-то. Если бы брак был чистым, ну, смешение произошло чисто, то это вряд ли возможно.
So my children are at risk of diseases and abnormalities.
Да, безусловно.
Okay. All right, well, should we go back in and see if we can catch the fight?
Да.
Yeah? You know what? I'm going to pop outside, all right? I'm going to shoot off. I don't think I could stay in there for much longer, if I'm totally honest. That ignorance was just making me struggle with continuing to communicate with someone so backwards. They're fighting for a Russia that they deem to be pure, and that isn't about lifestyle, it's about colour. Being in Russia is, to be really honest with you, tough. Because this is a place that isn't used to people that look like me. And it's really starting to wear on me.
The past few days have led me to a much darker version of nationalism than I expected. And as one of Russia's most high-profile nationalists, I feel I've got to challenge Domoshkin on what I've seen. But to get to him, I'm going to have to go through Vadim.
You all right? Huh? Are you all right?
Yeah, of course.
You've been very quiet for the last 20 minutes or so.
I was never any noisy or something.
They've used me, now I'm gonna use them. Even if it means spending more time with someone I don't trust.
Be my guest.
Thank you.
Come on. That's it.
This is your room?
Yeah.
See. Holy cow, what's all this here?
That's my little hobby.
It's more than a little one. Let me put my gloves down. It's more than, in fact, I should probably put my gloves on so I don't leave any prints.
You notice knives. You didn't notice this.
Holy shit. Are they real guns?
No, BBs.
Can you understand why I'd be really surprised that you have this many weapons? I mean, why do you need a butterfly knife?
It's not butterfly.
What kind of knife is this?
That's just a simple pocket knife. Nothing special.
Jesus. Having so many knives to me.
For EDC, everyday carry, I have much more smaller knife.
So you have that in your pocket at all times?
Every day. You know, you wake up in the morning and you get used to take shower or clean your teeth. And I get used to take a knife with me. You're sitting in the office and someone has a birthday, he brought cake, and someone has to slice it. And the practice shows that among 15 men in my office, nobody has knife. And they every time ask me, Vadim, do you have a knife? So, what a stupid question, of course I have a knife. That's it. I think knives are one of the most beautiful human creations. This one is a masterpiece. It's completely legal in Russia, and it's strong and useful.
What would you use it for?
This is best combat knife ever. These knives we are training in rubber on a training.
Training?
Knife fight. I am knife fighter instructor. Don't be scared.
Right, okay. All right, so you collect these and you train. And have you ever had to use your knife in an emergency on the street?
Never. And even I would never talk about it. That's forbidden question. I'm sorry.
Forbidden where?
Everywhere. You have no right to answer it, and you must to ask not to ask it.
So if you have used your knife, you would never talk about it?
Yes, of course.
Have you used your knife?
Never. In wrong cases, never.
Vadim has invited me to a club, a knife fighting club, and we're meeting his mates in the metro.
Ори больше, guys. Познакомьтесь, Реджи, журналист телеканала BBC 3 с командой продолжает съемки о нас после русского марша. Сегодня будут присутствовать у нас на тренировке.
It was only later I found out that Vadim was trying to censor his friends.
Тихо, тихо, тихо. У меня присобачен микрофон, поэтому давай без экстремизма.
And keep a lid on what many obviously felt about me being there.
Маш, можно тебя на секундочку? Маш, давай все хихоньки-хахоньки, но потом надо показать себя человеческим образом. Как МОК вытягивал имидж русского национализма, чтобы показать его с человеческим лицом. Давай не будем портить общую картину, хорошо? Да. Тихо, у меня прослушка вот здесь. Ты же давай просто. Ну, блин, у меня микрофон, все пишется, давай без этого все. Окей, guys. Фу, блин, ребят, пойдем.
If I'd have known what he was saying at the time, I'd have been far more wary about joining the fight club.
Так, идите дорогу знаете, я к негру прилипну. Дмитрий Николаевич, мы приехали, мы вышли из метро, мы идем. Все, давай.
I'm nervous enough as it is. But then Domashkin shows up and it becomes clear he is the one leading the training.
Ребята, смотрите, первое. Какой телеканал? BBC 3. Англия, да, или куда? Да. Короче, ребят, это лучшая реклама нашей толерантности и спокойствия. Вот. На улице попробую нож отнять. Видите? Куда бы он его не достал, все равно он проиграет. То есть я могу ударить 2 раза. Можно поставить блок? Смотрите, вот нож. Можно поставить блок? Я вобью туда нож ему по рукоять вместе с блоком. Смотрите, вот даже без ножа. Человек подходит к вам, люди стоят, беседуют, внезапно удар идет. Да? Либо это самое там. Сразу бейте. Даже если не попали в пах, все равно рефлекс заставит его руки опустить. Опустил руки вниз, блядь, и дайте челюсть сразу после этого.
Coming from London, where knife crime is such a problem, it's really shocking here that they're actually teaching kids how to use them.
How old are you?
14.
Nice to meet you. You're 14? Wow. 14? I mean, you're much younger than I thought. What's your reason for joining this class?
Ну, вы не живете в России, вам сложно будет понять. Ну, много опасностей. У нас иммигрантов много очень. Нелегальных, легальных. Ну, то есть я вон весь в шрамах, я как бы. Это я на улице кипятком объявил.
Wow. And was this guy an immigrant?
Нет, с русским парнем. Okay.
You want to go back? Okay, thanks. Nice to meet you. There was a kid I just met who was 14 years old. 14? 14, yeah. What's the minimum age you can allow to join the club?
14 years old. Why not?
Пойдемте, я вам покажу одно упражнение.
You want me up? Do I need this?
Пётр.
Here we go.
Смотрите, покажу.
And he's got his guy filming it for his website or YouTube or something.
То есть вам надо просто меня схватить за руку. Вот этой рукой. Нет, вот. Сильно. Сильно. Видите, держит. Видите, не держит. Возьмите. Сильнее. Сильнее так. Видите? Это бывает, когда в конфликте вдруг нож достали и нож схватили. Освобождение от захвата происходит удар.
Have you ever been attacked before then?
Дважды. Один раз защищал девушку, а второй раз в меня выстрелили из пистолета. Мне пришлось резать людей.
And who was it that was attacking you then?
Выходцы из Дагестана. Выходцы из Дагестана. Выходцы из Дагестана. Пять человек. Five.
And how did you survive that attack?
И как вы выжили в этой атаке?
Я победил.
They're only using rubber knives, but these guys look like they know exactly what it takes to inflict serious damage on someone. And with knife attacks on immigrants going up, I can't help but feel this kind of training is doing nothing to make the situation any better. But it's not just economic migrants who are in danger. Francis, a political refugee from the Democratic Republic of Congo, was welcomed by Russia, but attacked simply because his face doesn't fit.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Francis.
Hey.
Hello, pleasure to meet you. How you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Can I grab a seat here?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. So what's the story? What happened, Francis?
I was going to take the bus to go home, and I saw 3 guys. And they called me nigger. Come here. I came, and I said, my name is Francis. Don't call me nigger. He said it again, nigger. Can you take a picture of you and my friend? I said, please, my name is Francis. Don't call me nigger. Okay. They took pictures, and after they said to me, nigger, come here. And said to me, man, you are nigger, but you dress well. And at that moment, he got a big knife, like this. He said to me, give me your kotka. I said, I can't, it's very cold, please. No. At that time, they began to kick me. That man is big, very big. He put the sword to my body. He opened like a pig, my body. I've got a scar here, till here. And began to kick me. They kicked me. I was... And I wake up to the hospital.
I'm so sorry to hear what you've experienced. Why do you think that they have such an issue with immigrants such as yourself?
I don't know. We are the same, you see. The difference is only in the color of our skin. We are also human beings. I don't understand nationalists because to hate immigrants, I don't understand what kind of behavior. Strange, very strange.
When you hear something like France's story and you've experienced the knife fighting club like I have, there's a horrible connection between the two. Dimitri is a man leading a whole heap of nationalist men and women. And if it is extreme nationalists who are attacking people like Francis, if Dimitri isn't stopping it and stopping that sort of activity, he's partly responsible.
I'm leaving Moscow tomorrow, but the extra time I've spent with Vadim's paid off. Dumishkins agreed to meet for one final chat.
The knife fighting part of what it means to be a nationalist, in your eyes anyway, seems to be quite a big thing. It seems to be quite important to you and what you stand for. I mean, you've got a knife on your T-shirt today, you lead this knife fighting club as well, and I've met immigrants who have been attacked by nationalists and nearly died.
Вы могли повстречаться с кучей мигрантов, которые участвовали в этих ножевых атаках на коренное население. Я вам скажу, что официально в самый рассвет ксенофобии в России правозащитники фиксировали до 40 убийств в год на национальной почве. Могу показать тысячи убийств, где мигранты совершают убийства.
Regardless of what the immigrants are doing, you're essentially the head of the nationalist movement. You're a figurehead, you're a face for it. Can you not see that there is some sort of responsibility that you should take?
Но, честно сказать, меня не очень волнует судьба мигрантов, потому что, вы знаете, это вот, если вы держите приют для собак, это не означает, что вы ненавидите кошек. Это означает, что вы занимаетесь проблемами русских, а не проблемами мигрантов. Почему нас постоянно загоняют в плоскость, а что будет с мигрантами? Да ничего, пусть этим занимаются, кому это интересно. Татьяна, а можно чайку? Большую, давайте, я выпью.
So do you think that you'll be the leader of the nationalists forever? I mean, is this something that you see yourself doing until you're an old man?
Мое будущее я вижу в двух плоскостях. Либо я буду сидеть в Кремле, либо в тюрьме.
All right, look, thank you for talking to me again.
All right. Все, значит, съемки фильма закончились, да?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care now. Thanks.
Не понравится фильм, пришлем киллера в Англию.
Nationalism has always been strong in Russia, and the extremists only really occupied the fringes. But now, with polls suggesting that around 80% of Muscovites favor the deportation of immigrant workers, this may be changing. And with the far right gaining ground not just in Russia, but across Europe, what Domoshkin stands for may worryingly become closer to the mainstream.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with being proud of who you are and where you come from. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your heritage and your culture. I think the problem with nationalism is that there is a massive dark side to it. There is a lot of people that I've met who aren't necessarily just proud of who they are, but they also feel that the land that they're from should belong to just them. And what that is causing is a scary reaction to anybody that isn't Russian.